Hi guys, what has been happening in your world? I want to talk to you about our brand new account. It's been 7 days, well actually today is the 8th day, and some exciting stuff has happened to it. It's grown quite nicely, so let's take a look. Okay, so here's our account. Let's see what happened to it in the past week. So it's only been 8 days. We opened it last Friday, and today is Saturday morning. It's about 8, let me see if I can fix it. 8:53 on 2/17, and we started it on the 9th, I believe. Feedback. Why do you need it? Should you do it? What is it? Let's talk about it. I strongly believe in experience. We have to have experience and knowledge in anything we're trying to do and do well. eBay is no exception. When you interacting with buyers and with sellers, when you're creating transactions, you are learning stuff. You are gaining knowledge and you're gaining experience. And this is why when you're brand new to eBay, your first thing should not be run out and list a bunch of stuff and see how fast you can sell it. Your first thing should be investing some time into learning. And feedback is super important because it tells other buyers who will be shopping with you in the future that you actually have experience. So when you just started, what could you possibly buy on eBay? Especially if you have a limited budget, because you obviously want to spend it on sourcing versus just going and blowing money on things you don't necessarily need. I always love to include little trinkets with their orders for first couple hundred orders. You'll be surprised how many messages I get that buyer says, thank you so much for the gift, even if they don't necessarily love your item. And with me, I concentrate my bread and butter more of $20 to $30 items. That's what I sell majority of. Out of 100 shipments that I will have a day on any given account, I will have maybe 1 or 2, rarely 3, but mainly 1 or 2 purchases that are $100 or more. The rest of them are all $19.99, $24.99, $29.99. That is pretty much where I am. So when a buyer buys something from you for $19.99, even if they're like not 100% happy with the fit or the look, when they see a little trinket with it and a little handwritten note, they feel, oh, they tried, I'm just gonna keep it. And even if you mess up something a little bit, they will email you and they will work with you, versus when they see something automatically and they go, oh, that's it, need to open a case, need to leave them negative feedback. So it kind of gives you that platform, because when you're new and you get any low rating, any negative feedback, any kind of issues like that, it's going to affect your account. If you have 10 feedbacks or even 100 feedbacks and you got 1 negative, your percentages are going way down. When you have 1,000 feedbacks and you got 1 negative, you're still going to be at 99.9 and you can take it. It's no big deal. So in the beginning, it helps you both ways. It just basically gets your account to strong, healthy stage. So I love those soaps. Now, I'm not affiliated with anything. You can buy whatever you want. I'm just really showing you what I do when I'm starting a new account and what I buy. Soap. And then they also, this is actually really fast shipping. I just ordered this. Our account is what, 7th day? Today's the 8th day. So I just ordered them and they're already here. And this is also hand soap somebody can throw in their purse. And who cannot use soap? Try to think of neutral things. I don't necessarily do like jewelry gifts or anything like that, because it's not to everybody's taste and you're just sending your buyer something useless they can't really use. Where soaps or stuff like that are cute and they can actually use it. I also like to order measuring tapes. I like to have this guy. because I just glue him to the edge of my desk, and when I take measurements, my item is here and I just lay it out, I measure it, put it right into the computer. I don't have to pre-measure anything or do it ahead of time. So I like the flexible tapes that I can cut. I also like this little guy. I always lose them, so they are like 79 cents with free shipping on eBay. I just pick up a few, it gives me transactions, and it's useful stuff I can have. I also like scissors. Those scissors, they cut fabric surprisingly really well. And especially if you're reselling clothing, and sometimes the bras will have little fuzzies in the corners. With like regular scissors, it's much harder. I found those cheap. They also were like 79 cents, but they cut like butter and they don't leave any marks, and I love them. I always have like 10 in stock because my kids come and borrow my scissors and they just kind of keep disappearing on me. The sewing scissors, I also have a box of them because they get dull after a couple months. At 79 cents, they can be replaced easily. Those are just some things. I want to show you how I actually create my transactions. So I go here and I just basically type in, we're gonna do soap, and I search for it and a bunch of stuff comes up. So I change it to lowest first, buy it now. You can also do it in auctions, and if you have the time to sit here and actually bid on all that stuff, you probably will get it even cheaper. So if you do have the time to put into it and your funds are limited, then try auctions. That could be done too. I'll show you that in a minute. But I then pick free shipping, and boom, here it is. It starts with some molds, so you have to scroll down. But here's this soap that I was showing you. Really cool. It's only 74 cents. It's free shipping. You can't go wrong. You just buy. And then you can do it again. You can retype everything. What I like to do is just use the back button. And one more time, and then back to the search results, and boom. Now on here you can see where it has sellers names. Make sure that you keep buying it from different sellers, and if your account is not showing sellers names, the way to do that, right here, if you put your cursor over it, you see where it says customized. Oops. You click on that, and you just want to make sure that the seller information is checked. As long as it's checked, and then you click apply changes, you will always see who the seller is. So you don't have to click on every single purchase to see if you already purchased from that seller or not. You could just keep on scrolling, and you can just keep on adding stuff to your basket. You could just add to the cart and then pay for everything at once, and then you can do continue shopping. Now if you want to do this with auction, you would change this to ending soonest. You would, I think we had all the listings. And then over here, where free shipping is checked, I want to limit it to, let's say we're gonna do 59 cents. I don't know why I picked that number, but let's see what happens when we do that. Okay, so here is some, this is also rose petals, and they're 49 cents, and we're going to bid $1 because we want to outbid everybody and see what happens. Confirm. There you go. And when the account is new, I try to buy majority of the stuff that I need, like envelopes and adhesive printing labels, From eBay, I try to buy it in smaller quantities, even though it costs me a little more, but from different sellers. I want to show you one really cool thing. Look, we started just 5 minutes ago with 203 and now we have 205 because we paid for 2 soaps and seller left us feedback right away. So it's really not that difficult. You just go have transactions. Now we're gonna wait until we receive the soaps, and if everything went okay and they got here and everything, we're going to leave them feedback in return. But as soon as we have paid them, they have left us feedback, and that was pretty cool. I want to show you this screen as well. If you look, the ratings we received so far are 245, but the feedback score is only reflecting 205. So we have 40 mysterious transactions. Well, not really. That just means that I have purchased 40 things from same sellers as I have shopped before in 1 week period. eBay has this 1 week period. The week starts from Sunday to Saturday. So if you purchase something from a seller on Saturday and you really love this seller and you really love the stuff they ship you, wait until Sunday, buy from them again, and that way this number will increase and this number will reflect it. I usually run myself a list and I write down the sellers I have purchased from this week, so I don't purchase from them again until next week if I really want to buy from them again. Also, when you're new, you're going to have limits. eBay does that for a few reasons. They're trying to weed out people who like to scam buyers. And they also want you to have experience. It's that simple. If they give you unlimited account and you go crazy tomorrow and list a bunch of things, and then a month later all these mistakes started to come back on you and all these buyers are unhappy, but you already listed and sold hopefully like 1,000 items. Never gonna happen in a new account, but one can dream. There is really a lot for you to fix. So eBay will limit you. I seen accounts as low as 10 items to as much as 1,000 items when you open it in the beginning. I guess it depends on your history on eBay as well. If your first and last name is brand spanking new to the eBay, they will most likely give you 100 items. That's kind of where they start. In some cases they do 10. However, if your sister, brother, father, somebody's already selling on eBay and you having the same last name as them, in my experiences, and I sometimes help people through my Facebook group, to Instagram, just my friends, to start from the very beginning until they get on their feet and they can fly on their own. And I have seen that if somebody in the family is already selling on eBay, and even if you live in a different address, different state even, when you're opening up an eBay account, that plays a role, and sometimes they will give you a little more to sell. Now you can see our limits in this account are pretty good. They will increase as soon as we max them out. I think eBay, when your account is brand new, and I have not done a brand new account in about a year, so I don't know if it changed, but in the past it's been, if your account is brand new, first 90 days, eBay is now really big on giving you any limit increases. But after 90 days, you can call every 30 days and they will keep on raising your account based on how well you're doing. Our limit is 500 items or $50,000, whichever comes first. So for the next 3 months, I think we should be okay. By then, we will max this limit out and we will go up higher. So we'll call eBay and see what they will do for us. That's not a bad start at all. That we can do a lot with that. And for those of you who only have 100 items to list, my best advice, and we're not really going to talk about Cassini today. I am probably going to make my next video about what we should be listing. And then the one after that probably will be Cassini. I don't want us to run before we have learned to crawl yet. Um, but Cassini loves movement. Movement means relevance. They want buyers to be happy. And if somebody is keep on buying your stuff, it tells Cassini algorithm that, ooh, their stuff matter. They're putting out stuff that our buyers actually want. Let's move them to the front and let's let people shop from them. So when you're first starting, you need movement. You really, really, really need movement. So you need those transactions where sellers are rating you on how fast you pay. You need those transactions where you're rating the seller once you receive your stuff. And then you also need, I don't know if you guys heard, the business people probably heard of this, called lost leader. Stores do it a lot. They send you that advertisement with that 99 cents butter, and you get up there to buy that butter and you walk out with $50 more worth of stuff. But the thing is, stores are willing to take loss on some item just to get movement. The same thing works with a brand new account. It even works with older stale accounts, and we are going to talk about the feed when it gets too old, how that affects your account. But for right now, movement is very important. Movement is what Cassini loves. And Cassini is just, it's just like Google for eBay. It's an internal search engine. And it has an algorithm. It's a computer. It's not a person. Nobody's hating on you. Nobody's sitting there and saying, Emma, you're not going to sell today. It's really just a computer that has data. And as long as your data matches what the algorithm deems worthy to go to the front, you will have decent sales. You just have to make sure your account is always forward. So movement is very important. In the beginning, what I do, and you always have to sell your loser item, as I call it, in the same category you're selling the rest of your items. So if you're a clothing seller, don't go buy stamps or pencils or, I don't know, household items and post them at 99 cents just so they can sell and you can get the movement, because Cassini promotes by category as well. So if your store has 5 different categories and your clothing is moving but your hard goods are sitting, Cassini will start showing your clothing items at the front and your hard goods could be somewhere down the line. So whatever category you're selling in, if you're selling toys, then go find some toys you're willing to lose money at and list them. Now, people struggle with that. They always feel like, and I always run into this, I rather put money into new item that I'm sourcing. I don't have extra money to invest into building up my account. I don't have extra money into transactions, to put it into transactions. I don't have extra money into buying the loser items. That's fine. And will you make it without that? Sure you will, like a year down the line. And it's going to be much slower process. And you also have to remember that you have that brand new momentum that's going for you right now. When eBay looks at your account and it's been like 6 months and you're selling like 1 item a week, they're kind of like, we're going to give our priority to this person who is selling 30 items a day. Obviously buyers like him way more and his stuff is way more relevant, and so we're gonna put him to the front and you are gonna be in the back. It doesn't mean you're never gonna sell anything, it just means you're not gonna have a strong, healthy account, which is kind of the whole point to anything you do. You have to give it your 100%. So no matter what your budget is, even if your budget is only $10 a week that you can spend at building your transactions and gaining your experience, guys, at 79 cents, seriously, $10 will take you quite a long way. Same thing on loser items. I ran into this where I'm trying to explain it and people tell me like, well, I have a few things that I am willing to take a loss on. I'm gonna start it at, and they think like $9.99 is low enough or $5.99 is low enough. Your goal is to sell it. Your goal is not to make money on it. You're going to take an item. For clothing, what I like to do is go to Walmart somewhere, get a bag of socks, the biggest bag they have. You know, it's like probably $9.99. You're gonna get like 24 pairs or more. You come home, new socks. Nobody do that funny business with no well-worn items. Kids socks sell well. Just anything, and post it. Take the pack apart so you can have a lot of transactions in there. Photograph one pair. Post it at 1 penny with free shipping on 5-day auction, and do it one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one at night, every day for about a week or so. What does that do? That guarantees you a sale. Yes, you have lost $2.60 on shipping the socks, and you have lost your 30 cents that the pack of socks, one pair, came out to. And that's okay. At the end of the day, I mean, you're out 30, 40 bucks maximum. That is nothing to get on Cassini's radar, because right now you're not even on their radar. You don't need to even worry about keeping the Cassini happy. Cassini don't even know who you are. You need to really get yourself out there. So sell some junk in the beginning at a very, very low price. You're not making money. You're just creating movement. That's all you're doing. Movement, and more movement. So if you have a limit of 100 items, if they're all maxed out, and you can call eBay once every 30 days and they will give you more items. But if they're all maxed out, I would take like 20 of them and start listing something that you're going to lose money on, just for a while. If you can call for an increase, also when you call eBay and you say, "Hi, I need to sell more items," eBay could give you 10 more items. They could give you 100 more items. They can give you 1,000 more items. I remember one time, one of my accounts, I want to say, had 2,000 items, and I called them and they looked at my history, they looked at the feedback I received, they looked at the movement I was making, and they went from 2,000 items to 50,000 items and $2 million in sales. And then I woke up a couple months later and it went to like 6 million items, an obscene amount in sales. I will never max it out ever, even with the army of employees. But when you call in eBay and you sold 5 things and it's been 30 days and you got 3 ratings, they look at you, they're like, "Yeah, you haven't gained enough experience yet. Why are you calling us? Go back and work some more." So it is very important. You guys could be growing your account for the next 6 months to a year, or you can do it right in the first 3 months. Sorry about that. And start making money right away. So don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. There's always a way for you to find $100. Invest that $100 in your business, and it's going to take you a very long way in the future. I feel like I'm missing something that I wanted to tell you. So anyway, build your transactions, list some loser items, get on the right track with Cassini. Your goal is to get on the Cassini's radar. So this week we are going to be listing some stuff. Start thinking about sourcing. When your account is new, source from your closet. Yes, you have stuff. No, you haven't donated it all. No, you haven't cleaned out your house super good. You still have stuff. If you have kids, that's a gold mine. They always grow out of clothes. Go grab that. Kitchen stuff, even if you... Now that is a little heavier to ship. But, if you have the mismatched dishes or something, put them all in a big lot. Put them on eBay. Let them go. Start sourcing from your home first. Clean out your closets, clean out your laundry room, clean out your garage. Find things. Sourcing from your house. Another thing is, it's free. You don't really want it. You don't need it for a rainy day. You live in America, for Pete's sake. There is stuff everywhere. You don't need to hoard your stuff. Give up your stuff. So post it on eBay. you're gaining the transactions, you're gaining the experience, and you can list it for very, very cheap. So you could start getting some movement. If your stuff are really nice, and we all think our stuff are really, really nice, do the research on your stuff. And I will show you in the next video how to do all that. But if your stuff are really nice, I mean, don't be selling Gucci boots that are authentic at 99 cents. Probably not the smartest thing to do. But for the majority of the things, if you're raiding your kid's closet, it's okay to start your kid's stuff at like $2.99 with free shipping. Yes, it just covers your shipping. Yes, you barely don't make anything, but we're thinking of a big picture. Businesses are not built overnight with absolutely no sacrifices. You will have to sacrifice your time. You will have to sacrifice some of your stuff, and that's okay. Think of it as spring cleaning, decluttering. We're getting rid of stuff. So start with your own closet. But for people who have cleared out closets, and I believe there will be one or two over there, we are going to go to thrift stores together. Now, I just started thrifting, so I am so new to this. I have thrifted for myself from time to time, but I really wanted to try bins after I've been watching a few YouTubers, and I thought, man, that would be so cool just for that experience. And then I went shopping with my sister a couple times to the bins, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. So normally how I source is I buy my stuff wholesale. It kind of happened one day. It just fell in my lap, and the opportunity came. This person I didn't even know offered me to try this, and I was pregnant with my son at that time, and I was on maternity leave, and I thought, okay, why not? Let's do it. And that's how I got started, and that's how I went. So the way I get my inventory is a little bit different, but there is still so much money in the bins that you guys are leaving behind. And so when I went shopping just for experience, I just wanted to say that I've been to the bins. By the way, I don't know if you guys can see, I don't know how my camera is positioned. I have ordered the tripods and the little doohickeys that hold the phones, and none of them are here yet, and this is why this video is taking a week to come out. I've been waiting for that to show up. Unfortunately, it still didn't get here, and I thought, I can't wait anymore. We gotta get moving on that account. So right now you are tied up to this funny little thing, and you're barely standing there, and I'm waiting for you guys to fall at any moment. But so I can't really do much, but hopefully you can see this map. Everything that's in blue is where there are bins in America, and everything that's in red is the states that haven't grown to our level. The blue are everything that has bins in, and the pins means those are the bins I visited. Yes, I am the crazy person that drives 6 hours. So far was the longest trip, but I will be making it all the way to Seattle and all the way over there. I have this plan that I will visit every single bin in the United States. So that map, every time you see it, it's probably going to have a new pin. So far, we don't go to the same place twice. I do this with my sister, and we just sometimes take overnight trips, sometimes regular trips. But yeah, that's what that is. So when I was going to the bins just for the experience, I saw all this stuff that could be sold, and I'm like, we need to start an account and just start making money from the bins as well. My time is a little limited because I have 3 other accounts that I'm running, but I also have lots of assistants, so I'm going to kind of let them run with that part, and I'm going to take at least an hour a day, maybe 2, and run our account. So what I'm gonna be doing, you guys gotta do 3 times as much because you have way more time. I still have to run my everyday business that got me up to this point. So I will only limit myself to a few hours a day on this account, but that still will mean that I will be listing a couple hundred items regularly. Okay, so for sourcing, I'm new to thrift, like I said. it overwhelmed me in the beginning. I walked in to the bins. First time, I really didn't buy much. Second time, I really didn't buy much. I think it was like my 7th or 8th time where I actually got myself to the point where I touched the clothes and I found some Lululemon and some awesome things. It's like, look at that, I can do it. So it's an experience. If you've never been to the bins, you're just gonna have to take it easy, and in the beginning you're just gonna see only junk, but eventually the junk will start having dollar signs attached to it. But we are going to go to just regular thrift stores and see what we can find. I'm still feeling overwhelmed there, but I developed a system of what I can sell for sure and how to find it. And as I get better and better and better at thrifting, I will share that with you. But even when you're brand new, even if you were terrified of going thrifting, even if you have zero experience in thrifting like me, there is still ton of money. And we are going to find it together. So next video I will do will be about what we will be selling. Next update, I will show you guys, we will hopefully have already sold 30-40 items by then. And yeah, that's it. Don't make any excuses. Start making transactions. Find 20 loser items you are going to sell. No, you don't need to make money on it. Yes, you just wanted to leave your house. Yes, it's okay for you to lose money on that stuff. So let's get going.